Welcome to Cafa Under-20 Football Championship 2023. This has been an incredible tournament until now, and as we arrive towards this is one game that can define the fate of these two teams. We have Uzbekistan taking on Tajikistan in match number 8.
And now, the national anthem of Tajikistan.
We are the ongoing Cafa Under-20 Championship 20. This encounter is between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. The two captains are out in the center for the toss. Leading the lines of Uzbekistan, leading the lines of Tajikistan, it's Suleimanov. We'll quickly try and introduce you to the teams. This can be one swashbuckling encounter.
final moments of discussions going on, those final strategy, the final shenanigans that can be unleashed upon the track is being discussed by the two teams. The team in the white is none other than Tajikistan, and the team in green is Uzbekistan, the team that will be attacking on your screen from the left to the right will be Tajikistan, wherein the team adorning your screens from the left to the right in green is Uzbekistan. We are all set to kick off this fixture, and this can be a crackling stoosh between these two sides. It is going to be Uzbek, and it is underway at the Talco Arena for this battle between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. And as you can see, or rather as this tradition of the tournament has gone, they've been a pretty attacking side. They do not believe in a cagey affair, and most importantly, they are one side that can go head on against each other. And we are underway at the Talco Arena with this fixture between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. And starts with Uzbekistan, and they would like to keep it in their own half, looking forward for a few options, looking for controlled passes as they head forward, trying to use that central channel early in the game, and that's a nice little touch there. But before the Uzbekistan attacker could have converged upon the same, the ball went away from them as the Tajikistan defender was quick to crowd out that exact same channel. And the ball's now back with Tajikistan, which has been re-snatched by Uzbekistan, and they would like to build forward once again from the back. Controlled passes right towards that left channel. Nicely steers their way towards that central channel now. Sends it towards that far right. Tries to control the ball. And this time passes it to Ali John. Ali John in turn sends it to Zokidov. Zokidov knits another pass there. Or rather Rafshan. And Rafshan was denied. And the ball's now being played back to the goalkeeper, Maxim Muskaev, who plays it back to Zokidov again. Zokidov taking his time, just looking around for the right possible options, because this is one crucial juncture of the game. You just can't afford to do any loose mistakes there. And the referee blows, laying down the law, awarding a free kick in favor of Uzbekistan. And at the moment, the possession has majorly been dominated by Uzbekistan. They would take their time. They would try and build a much more controlled attacking unit, a show that would actually send their opposition darting back to their own integuments. That is probably the message. And this is good pressing there from Tajikistan. Almost managed to win the ball back there, Gafurov. Another short lateral pass. They are happy at the moment, Uzbekistan, to try and sit back and defend. Yeah, this time, I reckon it was a decent tackle there from Abduzamanan. And now a long ball, brilliantly kept in. That's a decent first touch, but the second touch went slightly awry there. Ibrahimov of Uzbekistan couldn't control it, and the ball went out of. It is Tajikistan who would kick in there. And now Uzbekistan, that's a fine 1-2. Tries to knit together a forward pass, but won't really get the kind of connection that they would have wanted. Tajikistan desperate to claim possession for themselves. Lofts the ball towards the midfield, but reclaimed there by Uzbekistan. Another long ball, this time to Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov couldn't control it. A bit of a box-to-box action now. Just sending the ball hurling towards the center. and even forward as well. That long delivery, just resorting to the Route 1 brand of football there. But so far, both the teams, they are still to throw the metal to the pedal. And it's just the starting minutes. So at the end of the day, they can take their time. They would like to build from the back. Uzbekistan comes knocking on the door again. That's some nifty footwork there by Hyderov. And a cross comes floating in, but refuted in a stunning manner there by Tajikistan. Tajikistan now on the hunt, but Uzbekistan was quick to recover. Zokidov with the nips it towards the central channel. Alijon now, who sends it further right. Small and controlled passes, trying to control the tempo of the game, trying to dictate the midfield. That is probably what the crux of the game would hold. You dictate the midfield and this game is yours. Football has always rode high on this maxim. Maybe this has been proven to be wrong or false at times, but then again, you do your basics right, you do your elementary right, and you may very well be headed towards glory. It's with Alijon now. No real intent so far shown by Tajikistan. Uzbekistan has been extremely fast on the ball. This can be a golden chance for Tajikistan. Trying to build from the right. It's Abduzamanan who sends in a brilliant cross chance. And that sailed over. Almost the entire goal gaping at the Tajikistan attacker. All he needed to do was just keep his calm and try it, nudge it home from close range. But in the heat of the moment, he ends up skying his effort. It's over the woodwork. Once again, Tajikistan has reclaimed possession for themselves, and that too in a very dangerous zone. They're trying to build from the center. Another pile driver comes sailing in. But once again, off target as the ball flies over the woodwork. And it's goal kick now in favor of Uzbekistan. After incessant spell of play there from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan got a couple of quickly knit and very strongly knit opportunities. Unfortunately, they couldn't steer it goal bound. But nonetheless, that would do a world of good to their panache, to their confidence as they keep on driving forward. But at the moment, the ball's back with Uzbekistan and they can take their time, slowly disseminating the possession amongst their players. Now that's a forward ball sent. Yeah, this can be a danger ball. Another fine run altogether from Ibrahimov. He's been an extremely active player on the left wing, a live wire of the Uzbekistan team. But at the moment, it doesn't seem like that Tajikistan would give away anything. Ismailov, late claim to the possession. The ball falls back in favor of Tajikistan. Twists and turns. Just trying to find the desired opportunities. Just trying to seek possible help altogether so that they can keep on driving forward with more numbers. The ball now stays with Uzbekistan. That's a brilliant delivery. The goalkeeper have fumbled another opportunity and it goes begging. Phenomenal work by the defense of Tajikistan, who denied Uzbekistan from point blank range. What an opportunity, what a game already. This is going to be an open encounter and there's no holding back of punches. Once again, Tajikistan comes from the right, but the cross was the feeblest of ones that you would ever come across. And Uzbekistan steers it to safety. And now Uzbekistan has a chance to drive from the center. Keeps the ball and a push from the behind. And the referee laying down the law. Taking their time again, playing it back. Just ensuring the fact that they are keeping the possession with themselves. They saw what can happen if Tajikistan starts laying claim to the ball, because just a few moments ago they almost were goal bound, and that too from a very close range. All they needed to do was steer it home, but then again the shot had a lot more power in it than they would have expected. Yeah, this time that's a miss pass. Tajikistan would be merciless and they wouldn't hold back their punches in order to condemn their opposition. And this can be a free kick at a very crucial juncture. I reckon while Uzbekistan wanted to run away with the possession, they ended up fouling the player. Suleimanov of Tajikistan, who was fouled. Tajikistan has a free kick at a very crucial juncture. You never know. They may try and steer it goal bound. We are live from the Talco Arena. The Talco Arena on its feet. Tajikistan has a chance to surge ahead. What do they do from here? The crowd absolutely frenetic. They send it towards the ball, a chance for a goal, a glancing header, and it whizzes past. A phenomenal opportunity goes begging, but what a brilliant free kick. Tajikistan knocking on the doors. They have been an opportunistic side. This could have been absolutely catastrophic altogether for Uzbekistan, who survives by the skin of their teeth. But nonetheless, in the more dominant side, now steers the ball forward. Tajikistan quick to recover it, send it forward, but then Uzbekistan was quick as well to reclaim possession and now keep it at their feet, sends it towards that far right. Can they get a cross in? There can be a goal scoring chance. They do try to knit the ball together. Absolutely. This is staunch defending altogether from Tajikistan. However, Uzbekistan goes again. A long shot comes floating in, but then blocked in a thumping fashion there by the Tajikistan defense. The ball at their feet, twists and turn in every possible manner. A couple of short passes between the ball at their feet, just trying to keep the Uzbekistan attacking unit at bay. That is more than important at the moment for Tajikistan. But Uzbekistan has snatched away the possession. But once again, a crucial block there, resulting in a throw-in in favor of Uzbekistan. And that's a decent pass now, trying to use that central channel. A few quick passes. Uzbekistan still dominating the game, calling the shots. Short passes amongst themselves, just keeping the communication alive, because that is very important. Ideally, when you start playing those short passes, what happens is that you start building more confidence. You start calling the shots. Shorter the passes, better the opportunities, more confidence, more panache, and most importantly, much more controlled display of aggression. Sends a long ball, received by Ibrahimov, goes for the goal. That's a timely intervention from the goalkeeper Ismailov. That could have been trouble there for Tajikistan. Uzbekistan are starting to knock on the doors louder than ever, and the stentorian booms through the doors can suddenly turn into the door, giving way to the incessant attacking unit of Uzbekistan. But Tajikistan now desperate to snatch the ball away, but it's not to be. Uzbekistan driving forward, looking for more help up front. Great defending work, crucial intervention, ensures the fact that they lay their foot on the way. This has been a topsy-turvy. Tajikistan have got 3 opportunities and they have driven forward with all their might. Uzbekistan, on the contrary, they have controlled the midfield. They have been extremely creative, but at the end of the day, the finishing that gets you to the promised land in football somehow has been lacking completely. In order to get themselves ahead, in order to get their noses ahead, they will need to be a lot more incisive, a lot more precise in terms of their finishing. This has been a fast-paced encounter, a pretty high-octane battle between these two sides. Sends a long ball forward. The goalkeeper of Tajikistan dances down and immediately collects the ball. 13 minutes on the clock, and both the teams, they are on the lookout for that opener, trying to draw first blood that can get them that slender cushion and place them on the pedestal to rule the roost between these two sides. Short passes being knitted together. Drives forward. Sends it towards the central channel. Oh, that is brilliantly steered altogether. And now Bilal goes from the left, but overcrowded there by the Uzbekistan defenders. And as things stand, it's still 0-0 altogether between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. Both the teams driving forward with all possible intent. It's on the clock, and as it keeps on coming closer, both the teams now starting to drum up that attacking intent, particularly Uzbekistan. That's a long throw now. Chance altogether. Uzbekistan still in control altogether. Tries to drive forward. Unfortunately, there, the kind of control that they would have needed, it was all over the place. And that gives Tajikistan a chance to breathe. Sends a throw forward. A nice exchange altogether. And this time, a bit of a hot-headed affair, literally, because both the teams were going for it. Tajikistan now drives forward from the right. They still have the possession alive. Sends it square now, trying to use the left wing to their advantage. Sends a screaming delivery into the box. Could have been another golden opportunity. But the header goes wide. That was an absolute sensational cross delivered into the mix. But Tajikistan just not precise enough to make it count. And now Tajikistan growing in confidence. Another opportunity there. Knocking on the doors. Desperate for the possession. The ball still remains with Tajikistan. A bit of a scrambling affair. Eventually jams into the melee of boots altogether ahead of the penalty box, and it goes out of play. But Tajikistan once again trying to control the possession. They were extremely quick onto the ball. Unfortunately, they won't really have a kind of say that they would have wanted with the possession. Keeping the possession at their feet, now trying to use that right wing to their favor. It's Uzbekistan, who was on a brief retreat, and now they're coming out of the integument. I reckon there's a player down, and he'll need some medical treatment. This has been a feisty encounter of two teams battling with their hearts. And yes, it's a player of Tajikistan who's down on the ground, will need some possible medical treatment. And as the game stands, it's still locked at a 0-0 impasse. Uzbekistan did have their fair share of chances. Came extremely close to scoring, almost point blank range. All they needed to do was just let that pile driver loose. Unfortunately, all they could garner was slamming their ball straight into the defense of Tajikistan. Tajikistan, on the contrary, had not one but four chances going their way. A couple of them headers that could have been steered into the net. Unfortunately, they sailed over, and a couple of shots. They definitely had a lot of meat behind it. Unfortunately, the direction was all over the place. So yes, this has been a pretty fast-paced encounter as well. So if you have any intentions of blinking as well, you may miss out a lion's share of action. It has been a blitzkrieg altogether at the Talco Arena in Tajikistan, as these two teams are bearing their hearts out, bearing their arsenals out, so that they can go at each other's jugular, fangs and claws bared. Possession remains with Uzbekistan. Just trying to find the right possible help for that desired pass. The question is, how good can they steer it towards that goal? But then Tajikistan now racing for the possession. Oh, and they keep the possession alive. And that's very neat work there from Tajikistan. Uses the loophole there, slams the ball into the Uzbekistan defender. And garners a corner for themselves, I reckon. Look at how the crowd are on their toes. They all want their teams to win. This is the Cafa Under-20 Championship 2023. Corner there for Tajikistan. They whipped it, but no real damage. And the ball has now been sent to safety. Before Tajikistan could have dominated the possession, at least in this case, Uzbekistan was lightning fast. Regained possession and now knocked around the ball in significant fashion. And just before things heat up in the center, the referee intervenes, quickly laying down the law, handing over the free kick altogether there to Uzbekistan. This can be an exciting battle, and both these teams have not shied away from going at each other's throats. Short passes. Just trying to keep things at bay. Balls now with Uzbekistan again. The dominant sides with the two, but when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to finishing, Uzbekistan has done an excellent job. Rather, hasn't done an excellent job, to be honest. Tajikistan, on the contrary, have been very opportunistic. They've knocked on the doors pretty frequently. A goal kick now in favor of Tajikistan. He sends it downtown. And Uzbekistan quick to refute. Tajikistan turns around, sends the ball back. Look at how the crowd is enjoying this encounter right until the very brim. Yeah, this could have been trouble. Uzbekistan does lay claim to the possession, but Tajikistan quick to reclaim it back. This can be a fast encounter. They're on a break now. Can they send forward that defense-splitting pass? And that's a brilliant ball that has been kept in play as well by Tajikistan, trying to find the way from the left. And Uzbekistan sends in a stunning block. Sends it out of the bounds as well. Uzbekistan now drives it forward. Tries to steer their attack and make it a goal-bound move altogether. So far, they have been pretty decent. Both the sides actually have tried to dominate the midfield. Uzbekistan had an earlier say. Unfortunately, somehow drifted over and over again. They're nearing that half an hour mark. It's still 0-0 at the Talco Arena. Uzbekistan now has the possession in their favor. Just trying to slow down the tempo as well briefly. That would give them the desired leeway that they are looking forward to. Trying to control the possession. Shorter passes. A bit of exhaustion as well setting in because it's extremely hot as well. So not the kind of temperatures that would make you comfy. Yeah, this is a long chase for Uzbekistan. Almost ended up conceding the possession at a very dangerous juncture on the ground. But then they were quick, extremely, to regain possession and keep Tajikistan at bay. But this is going to be a free kick in favor of Tajikistan. They can drive forward from here. They'll need a bit more support. They'll need a bit more firing their way. Somehow or the other, there's a massive gap. There's a massive void between the midfield and the attacking. All going wrong. Uzbekistan driving forward full speed and eventually wins a free kick for them into the defender of Tajikistan. That was a nasty tussle. But then at the end of the day, the free kick would probably to Uzbekistan that they have so desperately been looking forward to. A clinical pass, to be honest, and a well-controlled pass indeed. And Uzbekistan send it shrieking towards the goal. It's their captain, Urinboev, who has been shouldered with the onus of throwing their luck from the range. Urinboev sends a screamer, rammed it straight to the wall, and as the ball takes a deflection of the wall, with the pace taken off, it rolls down into the gauntlet of the Tajikistan goalkeeper Ismailov, who catches it cleanly with no real pressure altogether. This is easy, this is simple, and that is exactly what you need to execute to perfection. You do not need something fancy, you do not need something extraordinary, you just need to remain in the hunt, and that would do the trick for you. Short passes. 32 minutes of exciting football between these two sides. Both the teams have come extremely close towards scoring. Once again, it is Ibrahimov from the left, looking for some help. This is some nifty cross comes floating in, denied by Tajikistan. Crucial interventions, whale ball, and then clearing the danger lines. But Uzbekistan doesn't want to give a breather. Oh, that's a phenomenal side volley, denied by the goalkeeper. Cross comes floating in once again. The danger still not over. It keeps on linging on. And the Tajikistan defense stands taller than ever, refuting the might of the Uzbekistan attacking unit. This is phenomenal football from the men in green. And equally brilliant defending altogether from Tajikistan. Just the kind of football that we crowd the stadiums for, that we turn our screens on for. This is absolutely brilliant. A battle. The day from, can they get that Olympic important goal? Floating once again. each other. But the technical issues are now being the end of the day. This game has such a cracker jack of an encounter. Two teams breathing on each other's neck. Two teams produce at the end of the game. Simply not relent unless that ball has found the back of the net. What a phenomenal battle. Look at how the stadium has been filled to the rafters, a chock-a-block stand, and these two teams will simply not hold back their punches. Two contingencies brimming with hope, brimming with panache, growing in stature with every possible, or every passing minute of the Tajikistan drives forward. They had a free a few moments ago, steer towards that goal. Just a kind of football you need. The other that has been ever present, that has been ubiquitous in this game, unfortunately, the finishing that you would require, that has been all over the place, and that is exactly what these two teams will have to sort out. Because if they are unable to do so, it can be a sheer challenge. Exciting encounter. We are nearing that half an hour mark. They simply won't stop challenging each other in forms of might and forms of supremacy, because both of them are blessed with some tremendous firepower. The kind of aggression that they produce. It's just that a bit more of calm heads would do the trick for them. They keep on coming closer and closer. The knocks on the doors have now started into being rams. It almost goes open for both these teams. And now Uzbekistan has a chance, just trying to build another opportunity. It isn't that they have had a plethora of chances altogether, but the finish, questionable. If they can get the finish on slot, they will definitely try get their noses ahead. Just 6 minutes of regulation time remaining. We are nearing that half an hour mark. Footballing action so far at the Talco Arena. Now, this game can go any way. Tajikistan now trying to cross that ball from the right. Unfortunately, they won't be able to get that cross in place. It was blocked by Uzbekistan, and now Uzbekistan are on their toes trying to defend, trying to stave away the aggressive unit of Tajikistan. Can Uzbekistan claim the possession for themselves and drive forward? Well, they have a throw in for themselves that would give them the kind of leeway that they wanted. A bit of free space for them. That's a decent ball, just trying to control it. It's a captain. A short pass towards that center. Plays it forward now. Another chance can be knocking on the doors. That's a brilliant cross. But then again, not for the player that it was destined for. Oh, that's another peach of a chance. This can be dangerous. I reckon the referee would point to the spot. Yes, he has. That was clearly a product of the pace of the player and just the kind of break that Uzbekistan was so desperately seeking for. They have got it in their favor. And this can actually change the course of action. Speeding past their defenders and eventually to steer it home. He has taken a tumble because the goalkeeper interfered and not in the best of fashions. A lot will rely on and we'll have to see that who is the man. It was a fine run from Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov has been the wrecker-in-chief for Uzbekistan from the left, and Tajikistan has somehow struggled to contain his brutal speed. It's a penalty. It's their captain for Uzbekistan who would go forward for it. Urinboev, can he steer it home? Goes for it and it's saved! What a brilliant save from the goalkeeper of Tajikistan. Ismailov dives it away for a corner. Just the kind of save that would have cheered them up. And now they would be soaring with their confidence. That's a strong left hand and not the best of penalties. On the ground, you usually would try and steer your penalties with precision instead of powering it to and he pays the price. But a corner nonetheless. Once again, it's the captain himself. What will be going on his head? In his head rather. Urinboev sends in a brilliant corner. Oh, the header dragged wide. The goal his stars. What a heroic display until now. 1 minute of additional time. That was a phenomenal corner. Header. The defense of Tajikistan isn't strong enough, it seems like. The goalkeeper getting his redemption within a minute there. You can call him the Cinderella man. And Tajikistan keeps on fighting. Uzbekistan keeps on knocking on the doors. They thought that they had the battering ram working. Oh, this time, this touch allows Uzbekistan to reclaim possession for themselves. Final few seconds of the first half. Almost gave away the possession. Good run there by Tajikistan. But it seems that Uzbekistan are firmly controlling the narrative right now. But Tajikistan would definitely be pumped after the penalty save. And that should mark the end of the first half. This has been a brilliant encounter. Open chances, point blank ranges, glancing headers, going overboard. And look at this man. You would like to call him a hero if you are a Tajikistan supporter. Ismailov, very cool and calm under the woodwork. Did a horrendous mistake, but the way he turned it around, the way he put in a staunch left arm, denying the penalty from the opposition skipper, that was nothing short of valiant. Absolute brilliance there from this young man. And now they would head to the tunnel, hoping that they can have a new strategy in place. They can take forward, they can talk about a few things. As I mentioned, the finishing, that should be the crux of all discussions for both these sides. Great defending from Tajikistan, where in Uzbekistan, they have already thrown the metal to the pedal. Unfortunately, the goal is still to arrive. Now that's the half time, and we'll now slip into a short breather before we return with the second half of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second half of this contest. This has been an incredible encounter between these two sides. The Uzbekistan and the Tajikistan teams, they're right now part of this key match number 8 in the Cafa Under 20 2023 Championship. Three changes are being made, and will substitutions that is being introduced. Uzbekistan, as I mentioned, that their finishing has been a serious problem, and unless they can fix that, it can turn into a wound that would remain unattended and would eventually be festered by a far deeper injury. That's a confirmation. It's Salahuddin Tursunov coming in for Uzbekistan, joining the team huddle. Hamzaev coming in as well in place of Komilov. And that's the third substitution. That is Oman Aliyev coming in for Alijon Barmukuratov. So yes, this has been a battle that would actually remain, or rather go down the wire. The first half has been a highly interesting, intriguing, captivating encounter. And this time, it is Tajikistan that gets the best of touches there. Tajikistan needs to get themselves in the right position somehow or the other. They have definitely been a pretty fast team, but when it comes to dominating the midfield, they have been completely overruled. Yeah, this time the ball goes away from the player of Tajikistan trying to reach it. Unfortunately, they won't be able to reach it, and now Uzbekistan has the ball at their trying to knit together a few short passes, looking around for some support, sends it towards the far right. For a moment it felt as if Tajikistan would be able to break through, because this was a brilliant delivery, that too on the right wing. Unfortunately, things were all over the place. Just not the kind of timing that you would like to have when the ball's floating down in your advantage, and that too at such a crucial juncture. Tajikistan now clears the ball there. This is the chance, and the referee blowing the whistle there, handing over a free kick in favor of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan steers forward from the left now. Sends another lovely ball onto that left wing. Yeah, before Uzbekistan could try and control it in the zone, Tajikistan was extremely fast to claim possession for themselves. However, Tajikistan now controls the possession in their favor and now tries to drive forward. That's a lovely run from the right wing. Can they get that cross in? A little drag back. And now sends another cross towards the central channel. Opportunity to unleash and shot. What a phenomenal effort. Sizzle as the goalkeeper intervenes as well. The flag was up, but that was an apt strike. Just over. The strike could have been the opener of the day. Now Uzbekistan under some heat here. Tajikistan, they have managed to save a penalty, and they would probably be brimming with confidence altogether. Keeper of Tajikistan just taking its time, no real hurry. Keeps the ball at their feet. A bit of a shove and a push. Oh, that's a brilliant run. A bit of a feisty exchange in the midfield there. Yeah, this time he was overpowered, and the referee quickly blowing his whistle, laying down the law, handing over a free kick here to Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, as I keep on saying this, they have been extremely aggressive. Their truculence have been ringing through the ears of the Talco Arena. But then at the end of the day, they have not really able to make good use of the chance, and that is inclusive of a spot kick. And they have paid the price so far. Fortunate for them that Tajikistan somehow or the other have not used their chances as well, because Tajikistan was extremely close to the goal on quite a few occasions. Could have actually flipped it inside the net. Yeah, this time the ball going out of possession already. And this is going to be a throw in favor of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan still calling the shots for the day. Tajikistan still chasing shadows. But every time they have received the ball in those danger junctures, they have ensured the fact that Uzbekistan knows their presence, made their presence felt. The referee ruling this game with an iron, extremely regimented. Yes, this was much better, but this time, however, there was a push from behind. Another chase here for Uzbekistan, or rather, and the goalkeeper for Uzbekistan was sends another long ball forward, this time to the right. Tajikistan quick to intervene, looking for some space there. Yeah, that's a good ball. The ball stays with Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan somehow keeps on struggling. That's a phenomenal piece of defending. Puts in a staunch piece of fact that the ball was going away. And now Tajikistan knitting together those 1-2 passes here. Oh, that's some decent work. That could have been extremely risky had the ball being snatched by Uzbekistan, but then they survive. Short passes. Trying to use that left channel in their favor now, Uzbekistan. They have done every possible thing that can be done in the football field. They've got everything right, except for that final part, and that's a finishing. And as they say, that finishing is the actual lifeline of all the movements that you make. Unless you find the back of the net, all that salvo, all that truculence, they would fizzle into oblivion and you wouldn't have a say in it. The coach of Tajikistan just giving out a few, somehow soaked in the pressure and soaked it in brilliantly. Yeah, there was a bit of a clip there from the back, and the referee was quick to spot it. Hands over a free kick to Tajikistan. Tajikistan sends the ball forward now. Uzbekistan desperate to keep it in control. Yeah, this time the ball still stays in favor of Tajikistan. That's some steely resolve shown by them, but Uzbekistan doing a decent job, earns it back, but Tajikistan would reclaim the possession for themselves within minutes. Yeah, that's some nifty footwork, trying to weave a web of mystery onto that left. Yeah, but a brilliant piece of work there from the Uzbekistan defenders. Eventually didn't let the ball get out of bounds for a corner. A throw in nonetheless. Dangerous juncture. A free kick now in favor of Uzbekistan. The story of the game remains the same. Uzbekistan in the midfield being the more aggressive sides of the two. Tajikistan, on the contrary, have weathered the storm, and whenever an opportunity has come knocking on the doors with power, they have been relentless. They have been relentless, they have been remorseless. Finding the back of the net somehow has eluded both the sides, one of the most important aspects of the game, and yet both these teams have struggled to steer it home. They've got a few free kicks. In fact, they've got a spot kick as well. But the quality of the spot kick taken by their skipper, and at the end of the day, it was saved comfortably by the goalkeeper of Tajikistan, the hero of the side, at least until now. In fact, he was the one who was responsible for the penalty, couldn't time his dive, ended up fouling the opposition. But what a redemption, a heroic redemption, punching above his weight. And now Uzbekistan just trying to find a way through. Tajikistan has been extremely obdurate. Their contumacious defense have kept. Oh, this can be another glorious chance. Tajikistan had to step in quickly and eventually does that, trading it away for a corner. This could have been another opportunity for Uzbekistan to try and probe the opposition. A corner nonetheless, another set piece. But believe me, ladies and gentlemen, had that not been for that timely defensive intervention from Tajikistan, Uzbekistan would have had an easier chance. And the corner, as the defender of Tajikistan stepped in and headed it at the far end. That is going to be another corner for Uzbekistan. They are obviously the strong favourites, at least for the time being, because they have created more chances. They have the possession, and the midfield so far has been dominated by them. So the kind of loose balls that has been snatched together by is the cause of bother. The danger still lingers on. Yeah, this time a very casual effort there from Uzbekistan. No real effort made to dribble past the defender, just went forward, slammed the shot at his feet, and the ball rolled out play. An extremely captivating battle between these two sides. And as time goes by, these two teams are making it a habit of probing each other in all possible dimensions. Another corner. Once again, the captain denied from the goal line. Chance still hasn't gone away. Uzbekistan keeps on knocking on the door, and Tajikistan keeps on denying. Another cross comes floating in, another opportunity. And after the ball pinballing through the opposition defense, it has been steered to safety by Tajikistan. What an incredible exchange, what an incredible spell of play. And Uzbekistan somehow they came within inches of scoring, and yet they are miles away from it. As they say, so close yet so far. This was a sizzling opportunity at the other end, but what phenomenal defending rather. From the left, needs to get another incursion. Tajikistan staunch in there, putting up a persistent defense, and now sends another brilliant ball forward. Yeah, this time they've kept it. Cross coming in, the goalkeeper. Oh, at this time the referee just blowing his whistle there. Yeah, that was a very great effort actually. Keeper somehow just couldn't keep it under control. Brilliant chance, to be honest, but nonetheless. Uzbekistan still trying to power home with all possible attacking aggression. Unfortunately, they have kept on ramming at a cul-de-sac called the Tajikistan defense. Another phenomenal ball this time, just missing the mark by inches. What a glorious chance once again for Uzbekistan. Look at it. And that's a sizzling cross. Oh, what a stunning save. The goalkeeper, had it not been for the goalkeeper, that could have been steered home. At the far right, ball home from close range. This has been a riveting encounter so far. Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Oh, that's a nasty collision. Both the players are up on their feet again. That shows that none of them were injured. Timely interventions there, and this should ideally be a free kick. Look at this opportunity. Yeah, both of them went for the ball. The referee handing over the free kick to Tajikistan. Tajikistan has been extremely active and alive in the second half, trying to probe the opposition. He twists and turns around. Sends another forward ball. This is the chance for Tajikistan. Trying to get that shooting leeway. Oh, that's $1 million delivery onto the far right. Can they keep the possession under control? The ball still keeps on lingering around. Oh, this time that's a poor pass. Uzbekistan to break. That's $1 million pass. Once again, can be a chance. But Tajikistan absolutely equal to the task. Clears the lines without any possible fuss. This has been a battle of significant proportions, and both the teams moved away from their objective of driving with their utmost might and power. And the twin substitution happening for Tajikistan. This has been a very close encounter, and still as things stand, this would probably be going down the wire. Once again, that's a decent piece of work between these two sides, and the ball going out of play. In favor of Tajikistan. The chance for them to whip it inside the box. The ball still remains with Uzbekistan. Not exactly, it was not for Tajikistan there, it was with Uzbekistan. And now it's with Tajikistan, who drives from the left. Oh, that should have been a foul. Yes, the referee has quickly pointed it out. No hesitation whatsoever. A push from behind. Any foul of that sort usually goes against a player. There wasn't any second thought about the same. And as we head forward with this game of Cafa Under-20 Championship between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, this has been a thrilling encounter. Both the teams have really produced some, and so far attacking. More 63 minutes on the clock. Both the teams still locked at a 0-0 impasse and have been trying hard to rattle it down. Sends the ball forward. attempted by Tajikistan, just trying to flick it over the opposition's head. Tajikistan still keeps the ball, but Uzbekistan putting in a staunch show of defense there. Their rear guard standing tall in the face of pressure. And he has a chance, a brilliant opportunity. However, goes on. These two teams going at each other's. They can as well from these two sides. Expect it together. Stan had a crack chance that was swashbuckling encounter until now. A few passes being knitted together in the center. This is a chance for Uzbekistan to drive forward, but Tajikistan, persistent, takes the ball away. Now trying to use that left flank. Brilliantly denied. Slightly sloppy, but Uzbekistan now on the move from the left. Dances down inside, finding help. Sends the ball, glancing at a phenomenal save. Inches from getting that lead, and yet the goalkeeper Ismailov stands tall. That's a stunning save there. Batting it away for a corner. What a jump, a leap of faith. And look at the coach of Uzbekistan, Farkhod Nishanov, was furious. Oh, I reckon the goalkeeper didn't get any fingertips to it. The ball sailed over. And this time the referee blowing his whistle. That means it is going to be a free kick in favor of Tajikistan. And he seems to be in too much agony. We'll try and show you what exactly happened. Yeah, he most probably landed on his right arm. So ideally the entire body weight went forward and landed with that arm of his. Very painful drop there, and he will need medical attention for sure. And as things stand, it has been a pretty even Steven encounter. Both the teams have had their fair shares of joy. Both the teams have had their fair shares of doom as well. But Uzbekistan, they would be beating themselves up because they have missed a penalty. It was their captain, Oren Boev. Ball altogether towards another direction. Still 23 minutes of regulation time remaining, and look at how the stands have been filled to the rafters. It's the captain of Tajikistan, or the one who is now being made the captain because of the substitutions in place. They'll have to showcase their might here. He'll need to lead the team. He'll need to show it to the team that he is also capable of leading the side later in the future. He's a phenomenal player. And he can go hammer and tongs. But this time that was a nasty tackle. And the card comes out. Gafurov contorts. Yeah, that was unnecessary, to be honest. That was completely unnecessary. No wonder the referee has handed over a yellow card. Named Orkitov coming in place of Gavritov. A very tightly knit battle between these two teams. So far is still to see the first goal. Both the teams have come mighty close to the goal scoring mark. But that somehow the ball has still not crossed the goal line even for a single time in the game. Tajikistan now has the opportunity with them. Possession at their feet. They can drive forward from here. Few short passes. Plays it back. Tajikistan driving forward again. This time a lateral pass. Squaring off. His teammate just hoping that they can get a bit more mileage onto their shots. They can start moving forward in numbers. They can come in unison and create those chances. Because 20 minutes of regulation time remaining. This was another brilliant chance there from Uzbekistan. But the Tajikistan goalkeeper Ismailov, if you ask me who has been the hero so far, the hero of the match for me would definitely be Ismailov. Stunning saves including a penalty. And never easy. But this man has not shied away from every single opportunity that has come his way to prove himself a hero. Such has been the brilliance. Here's a corner. And Uzbekistan would try and drive forward with this chance. Rather, it's Tajikistan who can try and get it in. A whipping cross chance, but a phenomenal piece of stop there by Uzbekistan. And now Tajikistan drives from the right, looking for a goal scoring chance, but ends up depositing it at the feet of the Uzbekistan defender. Oh, this is terrific football. This is an exciting phase of exchange between these two sides. None of them are willing to hold back their punches. None of them likes to mince their words. And Maxim Mukayev, the goalkeeper of Uzbekistan, will have his task cut out. It's Sulaimanov, the skipper, who sends in another screaming cross, but this time more weight on it than to his liking. And the referee blows his whistle. That's a foul. So another chance for Tajikistan. Now it's Amiri who was fouled. Couldn't really reach that ball. Can Tajikistan send it into the opposition box? Oh, this time tries to send another screaming cross to it, but just not to be. It was refuted and blocked. 72 minutes of live action. A sizzling battle of two teams who have been absolutely on top of their game. Except for the finishing, both the sides have tested each other as if their life depended on it, and that's the kind of football that you'd expect in a tournament like 2023. It's a battle between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. It's match 8. The captain of Uzbekistan, or rather of Tajikistan, Sulaimanov, is down on the ground. Uzbekistan had a chance to try and get themselves ahead in the game through a spot kick, but was denied. 73 minutes of action so far, and this has been an entertaining game. You would not be bored, you would be riveted to the screens. And this in India by Sportscast India's official YouTube channel. A high octane encounter being telecasted. So do not miss your chance of watching this game alive. Two high voltage teams battling it out with each other with all their might. And now Tajikistan sniffing out an opportunity. This time the ball just eluding the reach of Gafurov. And this is going to be a corner kick as Uzbekistan had to hurry. And there's a substitution happening. Bilal Boboev would be making way for Abu Bakar Saidov. The referee ensuring the fact that the heat, whatever is disseminating out in the center, that somehow fizzles away. Because at the end of the day, this is football, a body contact game, and things like these are extremely obvious. It's almost a scene for everyone. So you need to understand that things like these will happen, and it is eventually the referee who would step in, because he is the man who controls the tempo of the game in terms of rules and regulation, and a phenomenal job done. Corner, however, for Tajikistan. A shy at goal can very well be on the horizon. The corner comes floating in, and the goalkeeper of Uzbekistan, Maxim Mukayev, right up to the task. And this time the ball has been snatched away, and this can be a fine run by Tajikistan. That's $1 million pass, rather Uzbekistan, not Tajikistan. It's Uzbekistan who now tries to drive from the right, sends in a phenomenal cross. Another opportunity. The goalkeeper will have to hurry eventually. The ball going slightly awry. And once again, phenomenal stuff from Ismailov. Just not giving into pressure. Converged it towards the goal. The attacker at the far left for Uzbekistan. But Ismailov, what a game he's been having. He's leading the day in absolutely unparalleled fashion. And now building from the right. It is Tajikistan. The game is absolutely open. Both the teams have sniffed blood, but it's just that they haven't tasted it yet. And now the control of the game somehow remains with Tajikistan. They have wrested it from Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan now being the opportunistic side, whatever opportunity comes their way, they would try and make good use of the same. Bit of a decent work, but denied. And now Tajikistan can drive forward. They have the possession at their feet. That's a lovely ball. A bit of a push, but it's the captain of Tajikistan, or rather it's Gafurov actually, who's converging from the left. But Uzbekistan staunch in their defensive perspective. The tempers flaring, sparks flying out in the center, and the way the referee has handled this encounter. Kudos. Under searing heat, the way he has been calling the shots, he's ensured that the game remains thoroughly disciplined and there's no heated exchange. Arab Baragi Amir from Iran is the one arbitrating the game as a referee, and he's done a phenomenal job. And Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, now the game is getting slightly physical, and it is obvious, it is needless to say, because what would happen is both these teams would now start upping the tempo. And when you do that, ideally things like these would happen. You would try and stop your opposition at all possible, even if it is at the cost of yourself. That is how intense this game has been, and both the teams have not given away enough. And this is a chance for Uzbekistan. The captain, Orenboev, who's missed a spot kick. Can he get his redemption there? I reckon the referee will have to halt in the center. So he'll obviously walk up to that, try and have a look at what happened. Oh, it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. The player cannot believe at all. And the coach of Tajikistan, it is Tursunov, the man who was given the yellow card. The referee had a look there, came back and showed it. Player still down. That's a confirmation. Salahuddin Tursunov, the man who was booked just moments ago. A free kick. It's the captain. He sends it into the box, but denied by the staunch Tajikistan defense. Once again, the ball has... I reckon this was a crucial defensive intervention because the header was necessary, or else the ball was straight headed into the stride of the Uzbekistan attacker. And what a phenomenal piece of save again by Ismailov. Absolutely electric work there. Both the teams not willing to turn down whatever aggression that they have. Another change happening here. For Tajikistan, it's jersey number 22, Bekrus Khujayev, who's going to come out in the center. And Gafurov will be making way for him. It's a free kick now in favor of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan once again growing in stature, challenging their opposition, and that's another confirmation. That's another yellow card. Toheri Mohammad Joni was the one who was given the yellow card, the warning altogether. Final, a very closely contested battle. And I reckon the player's down. He's down in agony. We'll try. Till here things are alright. But post that, I reckon there must have been some behind the scenes kerfuffle that probably was not captured. But nonetheless, what would matter is that the player gets back on his feet. That is more important, because they are all rivals on the field, but off the field they are friends. This will give you a better idea. Oh, this was actually a mistake of none. Both of them went for the ball. Both of them had their eyes on the ball. So when things like these happen, what eventually unfurls is that you tend to forget who's in front of you or what patch of ground you are going to trade on. So ideally, losing sight of it, it becomes very challenging, very exhausting as well at times. Enjoying themselves out here, and why not? Such a lively game of football, keeping the two teams and now Uzbekistan comes from the right, hoping the center. Unfortunately, that is not to be. And now Tajikistan has the ball back in their favor. The possession lingers on, sends it forward. This time the ball has to be halted. The referee has intervened between these two players. A bit of an argument between the Tajikistan player and the referee. At the end of it all, it has been sorted. And now Uzbekistan kickstarts proceeding again. Sends it towards the far right. This is a brilliant delivery. Sends in a lovely cross. Denied by Tajikistan. Alert as always. And now they go forward. Can they win the possession? They do. And they keep it in their favor as well. Now before they could have actually used it in their favor. The possession was snatched back by Uzbekistan. Can Uzbekistan find that strike that they have so desperately been looking forward? Another chance. Oh, that's a phenomenal piece of save. And just when Uzbekistan thought that they have bagged the second penalty, I reckon the referee had to intervene. Things are now going out of control. After a phenomenal piece of encounter until now, if the tempers are flaring, that would be an unwelcome spectacle, particularly keeping in mind the under 20 aspect of this game. Eventually the tempers calming down, the linesman rushing in. We'll try and show you. Well, that was clean. Now there was a bit of a very gentle nudge from the back. I don't think that was needed. And then comes another push, and then it evolves into a cauldron of fight where both the teams to react to each other. And a yellow card coming out. Welcome sight, but they'll have to take it. Heated tempers can never dictate your game. We have seen greats of the game being pulled down just by moments of madness. And I reckon that it's far from over here. Both the teams, well, too many yellow cards being shown here. The player is still receiving medical treatment. Barakatullah was the latest man to be shown the yellow card. It's the goalkeeper of Tajikistan, their hero so far, Ismailov, who's down. And as far as the rules of FIFA go, you need a goalkeeper to be up on his feet before you can continue the game, unless he's had a head injury or is unconscious. 86 minutes of footballing action, and this has been a pretty tightly knit battle between two supreme sides. Tajikistan initially weathering the storm and hitting back whenever the opportunity came knocking, and Uzbekistan dominating the game, being extremely pressing and creative, unfortunately missing out on that finishing part. And unless they get that finishing right, whatever promise they have shown throughout the game, it would only fizzle away into oblivion. In fact, they have missed a penalty as well. It was their captain, Oren Boev, who stepped up for it, but eventually ended up with a very watery effort that was palmed away by the goalkeeper. Yeah, the goalkeeper sends a goal kick downtown. This game is still far from over. There's a lot of drama remaining in it. In fact, the drama and the thrill is just starting to heat up. The game is getting a lot more physical than ever. The shenanigans are now predominating the game instead of the game being in its full swing. Uzbekistan starting to get frustrated. Tajikistan somehow struggling. Yes, look at this opportunity again. Once again, needless. It didn't seem like he has a clear-cut opportunity. The free kick being launched into the box. Uzbekistan desperately trying to stay on their feet. And the referee has given the free kick the other way. Tajikistan will have the free kick in their favor now. And they'll breathe a sigh of reprieve. Final 1 minute of regulation time coming up. This has been such a brilliant encounter, brilliant battle. A stoosh that has promise. A stoosh that has shown both the teams going at each other's jugular with all intent. They have bared their arsenal out, exhausted all the possible weapons at their behest, and this is the kind of battle that you love to witness day in, day out. Another long goal kick. Oh, that's a wild swing of his leg. Tajikistan keeps the ball in their favor. Oh, turns it around, sends in a phenomenal cross. Glancing header opportunity. Tajikistan utilizes it. Goal scoring chance, and the ball has rattled into the back of the net. It is Bekruz Khujayev who finds the back of the net just in the nick of 90 minutes. They're up in raptures. You wouldn't believe it. What a phenomenal strike, and look at their coach. Look at how happy he is. It wouldn't have gone better from here. Just when his team needed him the most, he's come on as a substitute. A phenomenal team goal, and the crowd going berserk in the stands. Tajikistan has got their noses ahead with the regulation time. Over and out. Look at that cross again. Picture perfect cross, and what a glorious finish. You won't see a better one from there. Just when it felt that we were heading towards a barren spell of play, it was not to be. Believe me, this game is far from over. 5 minutes of additional time, and there's still a lot to play for both these teams. Uzbekistan will now go all guns. Will need all the hands on deck if they have to stave away the might of Uzbekistan. Just the finish that Uzbekistan could have not wanted, and at the moment they are trailing. Well, they are the only ones that needs to be blamed for. Chances after chances have gone begging, and now they find themselves at the receiving end. Once again, heated temper. The yellow card comes out. The referee has been extremely swift with his moves. As I mentioned, he has dictated the game with an iron fist. But what a phenomenal piece of action out in the center. The under-20 boys putting up a show that would be resonating through the ages. Tajikistan eventually taking that lead through Bekruz Khujayev. And what a goal that was. A side volley hammered into the back of the net. And now Uzbekistan trying desperately to stay on their feet. Trying with all their might if they can go forward with a chance. Unfortunately, so far it's not to be. Another yellow card comes out. Too many yellow cards are coming out now. The referee has made it clear that this is my game. You don't go out of rules and regulations here. You play it the way it is supposed to be. And there's a player of Uzbekistan who's down on the ground. It's Amiri, who's back on his feet. And the goalkeeper was shown the yellow card for waste. Action remaining. Can Uzbekistan restore parity at the Talco Arena? Or does Tajikistan walk away with the bragging rights? Tajikistan comes knocking on the doors again. Uzbekistan has been given the advantage as they have the possession. They drive it forward. This is a golden chance for Uzbekistan. And once again, they've got another penalty. Ismailov defending his citadel fiercely until now. He card. And the referee has pointed to the dreaded spot just when things were going in their favor in an attempt to clear the ball, in an attempt to palm it away. He's ended up lattering onto the Uzbekistan attacker. Oh my word, disappointment here in the Tajikistan camp. It will once again boil down to the goalkeeper himself. Can Ismailov stave away That second touch, was it necessary? This was clean. Yes, that second touch. He pulled the player back. That was unnecessary. And Uzbekistan just made a meal out of what would have been a simple finish. Well, there's no more point arguing. Once a decision has been given, the referee simply is not going to change it. A shot at redemption for Urenboev. Can he slam this penalty home and draw Uzbekistan level? Here he goes. Shots, and this time he's found the back of the net. Right into the bottom right corner. Beyond the reach of Ismailov. Nothing that he could have done here. That was a stunning strike from from Urenboev, the captain of Uzbekistan. And the crowd is furious. I reckon this is not sportsmanship. This needs to be avoided at all costs. Football is a game of ups and downs. But that doesn't mean that tensions in the stand should boil down in the center. Yes, that push was definitely not necessary. And look at the penalty. Calm of head, just places it to perfection right at that bottom left corner. Brilliant finish. Kudos to the captain. He went the same way like he went the last time. It was saved the previous time. But this time the goalkeeper was absolutely rooted to his spot. And a red card has also been handed over to Ismailov. He was arguing with the referee. He was already on a yellow card. He should have known that what follows suit isn't gorgeous. And as a result, pays the price. As we mentioned, the drama wasn't over. And it's still not over. 95 minutes of action has come to a halt. The playing staff of both the teams are requesting, are imploring the spectators to stop this, because this would only act against them. This would not go down well, because at the end of the day they need to understand that all these actions have repercussions. Given the fact that the goalkeeper has been given the red card, and with all the substitutions done already, one of their players have donned that goalkeeping jersey. I don't think there's much action remaining. But still, what an absolute potpourri of emotions. The crowd in frenzy. Is there still a late sliver of hope? A game that was so controlled till the 90th minute has boiled out of control, and eventually the referee blows the whistle. We finish things off all square. Another red card coming out at the end of the game, and this time it's Sutursunov. The tempers are through the roof. The audience not doing justice to the kind of football that they have been so far treated to. This was a high-octane game. The scores eventually finishing at 1-1 between these two teams, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. Tajikistan secured a lead in the 89th minute, and it was Uzbekistan who drew level on the 94th minute through another spot kick. It was the second spot kick of the day for them. The first one was saved by Ismailov, who was later given the red card. And Tajikistan still in disbelief. Quite obviously, a match that almost seemed to be going their way has Can you believe it? Just the kind of football you would not want in your side. has happened, and that's the full time confirmation. Uzbekistan won, Tajikistan won, and we come to a close of a cracking encounter.
Ruka, ruka, kuja!